Welcome back to another episode, y'all. Hope y'all are all having a great Friday. What a game we watched last night, y'all. That was one hell of an instant classic college football semifinal game. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Tennessee catching fire on the portal trail, y'all. We've got 5 commits. I think we'll have a lot more within the next 2 to 3 days. We're going to talk about Paul Feinbaum leaving the country. He made a dumb statement to start the year. We all know he's not really going to do it. We're going to talk about that just for some fun. Before we get going, y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. Get in the comment section. Last but certainly not least, the most important one, hit that subscribe button. We're slowly building up. I think y'all can help me get to 100 by the end of the portal. If y'all do that, I'll do something for y'all in return. Should we talk about the portal first, or should we talk about Miami and Ole Miss? I say let's talk about Miami Ole Miss, y'all. This game was an absolute dandy of a game. It gave you everything you could ask for and more. There was momentum shift after momentum shift. You think one team has the momentum, the other one would capture. Miami absolutely dominated time of possession in this game, y'all. They really dominated the game. They kept shooting themselves in the foot. They'd get it to about the 35 on the Ole Miss side. Get a false start. Or Shannon Dawson would try to get cute and do a flea flicker or something stupid instead of just keeping on pounding the rock down Ole Miss's throat. Miami was more physical, dominated time of possession. Let's see, 41 to 18. So basically 42 to 18, y'all. Miami had the ball for 42 minutes of this game. And it still took a last end of game drive touchdown to win this game. I gotta give it up to Ole Miss, y'all. They kept fighting. I mean, let's go over these numbers, y'all. If you look at these, this is one of those games you look at the stats in the game, and the numbers do lie. They say numbers don't lie, numbers do lie. You look at these stats and you think Miami won this game by 2 or 3 touchdowns. Let's see here. Miami, third down efficiency, 11 to 19. So about 55%, 57, somewhere around there. Ole Miss, 2 of 10. Ole Miss, 20% on third down, y'all. Fourth down, Miami, 2 of 2. Ole Miss didn't go for a fourth down. Total yards, 459 to 398. Ole Miss's offense was explosive in this game, y'all. They had the ball for 18 minutes and got almost 400 yards. Trinidad Chambliss had one hell of a game. Now, Miami's defense couldn't catch a cold in a flu epidemic. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Carson Beck had the 1 interception. Chambliss should have threw 3 or 4. But he threw 0. Because like I said, Miami's defense couldn't catch a cold in a flu epidemic. Rushing attempts. Miami ran the ball 51 times for an average of 4 yards. Ole Miss ran it 21 times. Miami had about 20 more plays in this game, y'all. So just looking at those stats out there, time of possession, plays ran, third down conversion rate, Miami 11 to 19, Ole Miss 2 of 10. And you seen the final scores, 31 to 27. You'd have said, Ole Miss probably scored a garbage touchdown to make the score closer. That is not what happened. Miami got the ball back with 3 minutes left and had to go on a game-winning drive to win the game with dominating like that. They had 3 or 4 false starts, and every single one of them was at the 35 or closer on the Ole Miss side of the field. Shannon Dawson, they're on like 2nd and 6 or something. He dials up a freaking flea flicker. Carson Beck runs out. He's about to get sacked. He throws it away. Apparently, you can't throw the ball away on a flea flicker. And it's intentional grounding, no matter if you're out of the pocket or not. I think we all learned something we didn't know last night. Because I had no idea on a flea flicker, if the quarterback throws the ball away, it's intentional grounding whether or not they're inside or outside the pocket. So the false starts, and Shannon Dawson just trying to get cute on the play calling instead of just keeping on pounding the rock until Ole Miss says uncle is what kept Ole Miss in this game. And Miami's defense played a really good game. But they could not catch an interception to save their lives, y'all. It's like as much as Miami dominated that game, every big-time play in that game went Ole Miss's way, and Miami still found a way to win. Now, there's a controversial call at the end of the game. Ole Miss gets the ball back with 18 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. They get down to what, like the 35, 40. Throw a Hail Mary. Incomplete. Game over. A lot of people saying, oh, that's a pass interference. Number one, they never, ever call pass interference on a Hail Mary. Never. Number two, from what I've seen, Ole Miss's guy started the grappling, and then the Ole Miss guy joined in. Like I said, you can't rely on the rest of a pass interference call at the end of the game on a Hail Mary. You just can't. And not to mention, the rest didn't throw many flags at all during that game besides the ones they had to, like false start, things like that. But the pass interference Ole Miss got on 3rd and 8 that kept their drive alive for them to take the lead with 3 minutes left was an egregious call too. So it goes both ways. The refs let them play last night. They really did. There wasn't much I'd complain about officiating. Both teams got away with a lot of holding. Both teams got away with some pass interference. The refs let them play. That's another thing they was down. Oh, there was a hold on the Carson Beck touchdown run. Ole Miss was holding all night too. I'm okay with you not calling it, as long as you don't call it both ways, and the refs did a good job of that last night. Besides the terrible pass interference call on Miami that gave Ole Miss the lead, I thought the officiating was really good last night. If you're going to let them play, let them play. As long as you're not calling ticky-tacky stuff for one team and not the other team, I'm fine with it. So I thought the refs did a good job last night. I think the team that was better last night won. I still tip my cap to Ole Miss. Hell of a season. Hell of a way to stay focused. Stay together. After your coach left, trying to poach all of you to LSU, all the distractions in the world. Y'all stayed together. Pete Golden did a great job of keeping you focused. And you almost made it to the national title game. Now to Miami, that's a physical football team, y'all. Miami is a very physical football team. To beat Miami, you're going to have to do what Ole Miss did. You're going to have to hit some explosive plays. And you're going to have to force some turnovers. If Carson Beck protects the football, you're not going to out-physical Miami. You're going to have to hope they beat themselves or you get some explosives. Because last night, Ole Miss had a lot of 15, 20, 25-yard pass plays. They had the one run by Lacey, about 70 yards. Besides that, they did not run the ball much the rest of the night. Beat Miami, whether you're Oregon or Indiana, you're going to have explosive plays, y'all. While we're talking about it, Kadarius Toney, y'all. That boy is an athlete. He is a hell of a football player. That freaking catch he made behind him, one hand, going out of bounds, I thought should have been a catch. I get his heel came down out of bounds. But if you go back and watch Indiana versus Penn State, the touchdown Indiana scored to win the game, their receiver toe taps, then his heel comes down out of bounds in the back of the end zone. That was a touchdown. It don't matter. The play didn't change the game, but what an absolute amazing athletic grab by Kadarius Toney. This kid, you heard Ryan Williams all year last year. Oh, man, this kid's 17, supposed to be in high school. Kadarius Toney is supposed to be a senior in high school, too. And he is already better than Ryan Williams is. Ryan Williams is a hell of an athlete, too, but Kadarius Toney is a receiver. Kadarius Toney can catch the ball. Ryan Williams leads the nation in drops since he entered college football. Kadarius Toney catches that ball when it's around. Indiana and Oregon, y'all, before we get to the Tennessee portal talk. Indiana, Oregon. Who do y'all got? They played earlier this year. Indiana won that game 20-10. And that was at Oregon. So Oregon had the home field advantage, still lost. I know teams get better as the season goes on. I've doubted Indiana around every damn turn this year. I picked Oregon over them. I think I might have picked Penn State over them. I picked Ohio State over them. I picked Alabama over them. I've doubted them and doubted them and doubted them. And they shut my ass up every time. So tonight, I'm taking them. Give me the Hoosiers to beat Oregon. I think they'll beat them same way they beat them last time. Just physical defense. Protect the football. Run it. Make a few throws. Indiana, y'all. I've talked about it. I'll talk about it again. Indiana has 4 or 5 6-year seniors, 5 or 6 fifth-year seniors, a bunch of fourth-year seniors. Indiana's got a bunch of players that shouldn't even be on a college football roster. But the NCAA decided, hey, we're just going to let people play college football forever. They got a bunch of grown men out there that should be in the NFL playing against college kids. Is that their fault? No. Got smart on Signetti, take advantage of it. That's why they're so hard to beat. They're just so much more physically developed than all these other teams. You got teams like Tennessee that's 50% of their roster was freshmen this year, either true freshmen or redshirt freshmen, going up against these old teams like Vandy and Indiana. And you just at a physical disadvantage. 18, 19, 20-year-olds are not as strong as 24, 25, 26-year-olds. They're just not. So I got Indiana doing the same thing to Oregon they did to them before. I do think it'll be a low-scoring game again. I think Indiana wins this one something like 21-13. Somewhere around there. Definitely take the under on this game tonight. I think the under is like 48.5. I don't see any way this game gets to 48.5 tonight. So give me Indiana tonight. Let's get into the Vols portal, y'all. They're heating up. They're heating up on the recruiting trail, on the portal trail. Like they said on NBA Jam, they're heating up. They're on fire. We're on fire, y'all. We got 5 commits. According to which website you look at, we got a couple of 4 stars. One website we don't. I just went on all 3 because it's so much easier for me to get it pulled up. We got Q Moss. Go watch his film. I'm not a star watcher in the portal, y'all. I'm a ball watcher. Go watch his film. He's going to be a really good replacement for Bukart. Then you got Ori Williams. He's like 6'7" or 6'8", 340 pounds, something like that. This kid will be your starting right tackle next year. If you remember, Orlando Brown Jr. played for Oklahoma. He was going to play for Tennessee. Bunch of crap happened, whatever. Went to Oklahoma. The kid's technique and everything was terrible, but he's just so big and long-armed that people could not get around him. Dan Skipper's another one. Played at freaking Arkansas. They don't even have to have, when you're that tall, you got them long arms, you don't even have to have great technique to be a great tackle because you're just so much bigger and longer than they are. So I think he's going to be a hell of a right tackle for Tennessee this year. Kayan Lee, another one. He is a 90.36. That's a 4-star. He's only a 3-star on here, but that's a 4-star. That's his, I guess, composite. Great athlete. I've heard he's got a little bit of character issues. Hopefully this ain't another Boot Carter situation. Xavier Gillum yesterday commits Tennessee. Number 3 or number 4 defensive lineman in the portal. Former Penn State guy. Can help bring guys along in the new defensive system. I really like that one. He's a 92.05. Then you got a new kicker, y'all. Cooper Rambier. I probably butchered his last name. Cooper Rambier. He was 21 of 25 on field goals last year. He only missed one kick inside 50 yards. That's a big deal. Gilbert missed quite a few from inside 50. The one everybody remembers is the one against Georgia. He had one against Illinois. He had one against Oklahoma. I'm not beating the kid up. Like I said on a couple of videos ago, I appreciate Max Gilbert. I'm not going to beat the kid up. Did he have a bad season? Absolutely. But some of y'all grown adults have beat that kid up enough. I'm not going to. I hope he does good at Arkansas. The only time I hope he has a bad game is if he plays us. That's it. Louisville's kicker we just got. He did miss a couple extra points this year. And he missed a game-winning kick against somebody. So, yeah, he's 21-25, but we still got to get some coaching in him. Sometimes the numbers do lie, like we said about the Miami Ole Miss game, y'all. We're really hot. We got guys on campus. We're going to visit Chaz Coleman, I think tomorrow at his house. Y'all, we're about to bring in at least top 10 Porter Hall, if not a top 5. Right here's those. Cooper Rambier commits to the Vols. This was yesterday. Xavier Gillum committed to the Vols. Over here we got Elite. Let me remove this so we can see real quick, y'all. Elite Michigan transfer safety. TJ Metcalf will visit the Vols. Him and DeJuan Lane would be a great start on fixing the safety group. Absolutely. Sean Sparks as usual, y'all. Go follow him on Facebook. He brings the knowledge. You got Penn State safety. DeJuan Lane, he is a Vol lock. I showed y'all Xavier Gillum was a Vol lock the other day. He committed yesterday. So safety DeJuan Lane, look for him to commit next. Another Penn State guy. We got to get like 3, 4, 5 Penn State guys on this defense to help bring the defense along faster, y'all. That's a huge deal. Another guy, Mari Campbell, Penn State linebacker. I think we end up with him too. That's another Penn State guy that we're probably going to end up with, y'all. Let me find him on here again. There he is, Amari Campbell, linebacker, Penn State. He was a redshirt freshman this year. They couldn't keep him off the field. He played quite a bit for a redshirt freshman. He knows Jim knows defense. Be an absolute big gift for Tennessee, y'all. Within the next 2 to 3 days, Vol fans are going to be very, very happy, y'all. I told y'all the other day, instead of being in panic mode, we need to be in patience mode. The patience is starting to pay off. In the next couple of days, y'all will wish y'all would have just relaxed, kept your mouth closed, didn't post all the crazy shit on the internet, because the commits are about to start rolling in. They're big-time commits. I do think we end up with Chaz Coleman. As soon as Xavier Gillum committed, he started recruiting Lane, Campbell, and Chaz Coleman to join him here. He said he needs his brothers here. A lot of the insiders said that right now Tennessee leads for Chaz Coleman if they had to pick. When Chaz Coleman come to campus, there's people saying we had a 5% chance of getting him. That he was going to end up at Ohio State. He went to Ohio State, wasn't impressed. Now the Vols are going to visit him in home tomorrow. I think we end up with Chaz Coleman. He's the number 5 player in the portal, y'all. Sam Levitt just left from a 2-day visit. Do we end up with him? I'm not 100% sure on that. Do I think he left with us having a chance? I do. That's just my honest opinion. I think we got as good a chance as anybody is getting Sam Levitt. Because Trinidad Chambliss just got denied his 6th year of eligibility, y'all. That's big because if he got denied, that does not look good for Joey Aguilar, y'all. So we're going to have to more than likely find a quarterback to come in. If you're going to have to bring one in, you might as well bring in a guy like Sam Levitt. I've heard Bo Perbula's name. I do not want Bo Perbula. Would I take him? I think Heupel could make him as good as he could possibly be, better than what Drinkwitz made him. But I really wish we could have got Sam Levitt to sign that paper before he left Knoxville. Think he's going to Miami next. And then they're saying they'll probably have a decision made by Monday. So we'll know about quarterback by Monday if we're going to have Levitt or not. I think Aguilar will know about him pretty soon too, but it don't look good since Chambliss got told no. And Chambliss has a $5 million deal waiting for him with Ole Miss. Ole Miss did just sign Deuce Knight, so I think they was prepared to not have Chambliss even though they want him. So look out for Chaz Coleman tomorrow. We got a lot more guys. An Ohio State guy on campus. That's his brother. Committed to us in football. He just enrolled. Guys, the names are about to start rolling in. I told you before the portal started. And Tennessee was going to spend big and go all in this offseason. Heupel, Danny White, all them, they learned some hard lessons last year. You can see the urgency to fix it. Firing guys on defense, firing strength and conditioning coach, attacking the portal, bringing in guys that know Jim knows system. That was on a top 25 defense. On top of the talent, we really have a lot of talent on defense, y'all. There's just a lot of young guys this year. Bring in a great defensive coordinator. Bring in some portal guys. Let the youth get another year of offseason, learning the system, getting better. Things are bright orange for the future of Rocky Top, y'all, whether y'all want to see it that way or not. Trinidad Chambliss not getting another year, y'all. I was thinking Joey would get an extra year. Now, Ole Miss can appeal it. But I'm kind of glad he didn't get another year. And as much as I love Joey and like to have Joey back next year, it's time to quit giving these guys full-time jobs as college football players for 7, 8 years. You get your 5 years, your redshirt year, your 4 years of play. That should be it. Whether you play JUCO, community college, Division III, whatever, you should get your 5 years. A redshirt year, 4 years of play. There shouldn't be 25, 26, 27-year-old players in college football. There just shouldn't. That's my opinion. Like I said, I'd love to have Joey back. We need him. Honestly, if we don't get a quarterback like Levitt, we could really use Joey next year, but it's time to put a stop to all the craziness. Give guys their 5 years that they're eligible for, and that's it. Paul Feinbaum said something stupid before the season started, y'all, and I know that blows everybody's mind that Paul Feinbaum said something stupid. It started out with Texas going to blow Ohio State out. It wasn't even going to be close. But he also said, if it's not an SEC team that wins the national title this year, then he's leaving the country. Well, you got Oregon, Indiana, and Miami left. Are any of those an SEC team? Ole Miss was his last and final hope, y'all, and they dropped the ball last night. So where are you going to head to, Paul? Where are you going? You going to Canada, Mexico, Europe? Where are you going? Don't be one of those that talks that crap and don't go. I know he's not really going nowhere, y'all, but I'm an SEC homer. Y'all know that. I still think we're the best conference in the damn nation. I don't think there's any conference close. I think these bowl games ain't shit. I think all of our players opt out. Everybody. Bowl games ain't nothing no more. Now, these playoff games, there's something. But our problem is we had Oklahoma and Alabama play each other. We had Georgia and Ole Miss play each other. If that could have happened in the semifinals, we'd had somebody in the title game. It is what it is. And Alabama was by far the most overrated team to make the playoff. I will say that in closing, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Get in the comment section. Tell me y'all's thoughts on the topics. Y'all think Tennessee's going to finish strong in the portal? What did y'all think about the Ole Miss Miami game last night? Most importantly, do you think Tennessee closes with the top 10 portal class like I do? The next 2 or 3 days are going to be important, y'all. I think we're going to have a lot of booms, a lot of commits, a lot of optimism heading into the offseason. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all had a great Friday. Enjoy the Indiana-Oregon game tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow on the next episode. I'm sure I'll have plenty to talk about. Until then, God bless y'all. And as always, go Vols.